So we've taken a look a long time ago at all of the first party cases for the Pixel 6 and the 6 Pro, but after 6 months of use and abuse and countless of requests to do so, here are some of our favourite cases and covers for the latest made by Google flagships, and we've identified a few that we think you really love. Thanks for watching 9 to 5 Google here on YouTube. Remember to thumbs up, hit subscribe and then tap the bell icon to be among the first to watch our upcoming videos. Rugged cases are often bulky, unwieldy, and they're normally just quite ugly, but I don't think that's true of the Mous Limitless 3.0 case lineup. The design here uses a bouncy cushioning alongside all sides of your phone chassis to help reduce even the impact from the biggest of drops, and I can actually vouch personally for the protection, having tested the Limitless 3.0 all the way back on the Pixel 4 series. And you can watch that video down below if you don't believe me. I definitely put it through its paces, and I think these cases certainly live up to the outlandish mouse marketing campaigns that you may have seen here on YouTube. As for the design, there are raised lips around all edges of the screen, which means placing face down on a table shouldn't pose any scratch risk, or even if you do happen to drop your phone, which you would hope that you wouldn't, you get a little bit of extra coverage no matter from what angle your phone is dropped from. There's also a reinforced frame that protects the camera bar from any damage without actually obscuring any lenses or really detracting too much from that back of that camera bar on the 6 and 6 Pro. What's more as well though, is that the aramid fibre, the walnut wood and the leather finishes, they're actually quite tastefully added whilst also keeping things in check with this rugged case design. Buried inside each case as well is a magnetic patch that means you can pair it with other accessories in a similar manner to MagSafe or the MagSafe section on the recent iPhone lineup, and this means mounts like a card wallet, which I do use daily on this case, or a kickstander available alongside the impressive full chassis protection. Inside the case is also a soft fabric lining that should mean your phone shouldn't get scratched, and there's also room for 2 spare SIM cards if you do happen to carry extra SIMs around. At around $60 though, this is certainly what I'd consider premium protection for your Pixel 6, but in our experience the Mous Limitless 3.0 cases are definitely worth every penny. I think the perfect companion though for the sort of seafoam Pixel 6 has been one of my go-to cases, and that is the light green Caseolgy Vault case. It's just a generic silicone case that is certainly one of my top picks, and the textured matte finish, I think it feels incredible in person, but this is a one-piece case that belies its $13 asking price. There's a sandstone-like rear panel that aids grip, and the camera bar does look a little bit strange, but it has an upper portion that is textured or hatched so that it kind of envelops the curved glass of the lenses for extra protection. In my experience, I don't think any other case provides the same level of protection for the camera bar, but without adding too much bulk. And it does look strange at first. I think it's striking in its own right, as all of the button covers, they also have a minor sandstone texture grip to give you that extra little satisfying click, which is something I don't think a lot of other silicone cases can reduce. And I think this is definitely one to take a look at if you want to keep that cost low and have something that fits in with the aesthetic and colour of your smartphone. Much like the entire Spigen case lineup though, I think the Liquid Air case is going to be the perfect companion for just about any smartphone, especially the Pixel 6 series, given they're a lot larger than usual. It's not just because Spigen makes some of the best third-party cases for just about any Android phone either. The pricing is really fair, and the designs are consistent across the entire smartphone series, which means you can pick up the same case for multiple phones and it won't detract from the rest of your device lineup. The Spigen Liquid Air was originally my own go-to case for a number of years with multiple mobile phones, and with the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, I think it's going to be no different for some of you out there. There's a tire-like texture, which is a feel unlike anything else you'll find, and it's kind of rubbery, and like a tire, it grips the road. It does kind of grip your hand and grip surfaces which you put your Pixel down upon. There's also a ridged power button, which I think is another little extra touch that makes the Liquid Air such a great option at just $15. I think if you pick a colourful Pixel 6 model, you're probably going to show it off while also ensuring that it's fully protected, and there are a number of solid clear cases from the likes of Rinker, but the Otterbox Symmetry case has a super interesting glitter finish, at least alongside a normal clear option, that I think livens up the plain colours of the Pixel 6 Pro specifically. That's not all though, as it comes with a solid construction rather than a tacky silicone finish. It could easily withstand a drop, and all facets of your Pixel 6 and 6 Pro should be well covered, including a hard plastic casing for the camera bar. It also seems to play nicely with almost all screen protectors that we tried, including the Whitestone dome glass, which hasn't always been the case for many other Otterbox smartphone cases. It's definitely well worth a look if you want an extra level of protection over a standard clear silicone case. As you'd expect as well, Google makes a number of officially branded Pixel 6 cases that are the perfect accompaniment to your smartphone, and we have done a deeper dive into the entire lineup that you can see in the description below. I would say, although by no means the best cases that you can buy, they are at least designed to work with your phone and are produced by Google themselves, and then provide protection for all of the most important areas as a result. At $29 per case, the price is pretty steep, but it's still cheaper than the classic fabric options that were available on previous models, and we do lament the lack of these this time around. However, like any official case, this should mean a few things given that it is from Google themselves. Firstly, you're going to get a more precise fit than probably any other case out there. Secondly, it's a better overall device aesthetic and in keeping with how Google perceives that. The only downside is that all of these cases are semi-transparent, or that could be a benefit for you, and they're also accented to specific device colours. I think my own advice and our advice here on the channel is to pick up the muted stormy sky smoky black colour, which I have for both devices, if you simply can't choose, but matching the colour to your phone will certainly look better. Overall though, we think Google is offering a good mix of protection and quality here, with soft rubberized corners, making each case easy to fit and remove, and with nothing really inhibiting access to the important ports on your phone. Each Google case also feels, as I mentioned, like an extension of the Pixel 6 design, rather than its own unique take on what device protection should look like. So Google really went all in on big phones with the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, and that means for people with smaller hands, it can sometimes be a struggle to truly manage the so-called smaller Pixel 6. With that in mind, I think the Incipio Grip is designed to help with that, and I think it's with those raised grippy ledges along the sides of your phone, it's actually easier to shift and turn even the massive Pixel 6 Pro in your hands without slipping or sliding into your palm. A major bonus with the Incipio Grip case it has over similarly grip-oriented cases though, is that it's deceptively slim and lightweight. It's actually made from a firm plastic material that kind of deflects dirt and scratches and scuffs, but it adds a solid layer of protection that kind of complements the rubbery side bumps which aid that grippiness in your palm. There's also a raised lip around the camera bar that looks like it could add or at least boost protection around that all-important back glass section too. There certainly are not that many high-quality leather cases for the Pixel series, but Australian brand Bellroy has some of the only Google certified options that are available on their website direct and Google Store itself. Our own Ben Schoon has said that while the pickings are slim, the Bellroy leather case is still among some of the best, or at least one of the best cases that you can buy, and for people that like leather products, it's worth the $50 entry price. For that $50, you get some truly outstanding colour options, but if you want patina or the wear and shine that is associated with real leather and leather-based materials, Bellroy's particular material doesn't discolour or crease or wear in the very same way. That said, everywhere else it's a win with great button covers, precise cutouts, and a sleek design that doesn't get in the way of your prized possession, naturally the Pixel 6 or 6 Pro. If you want an ultra lightweight and most importantly cheap protection though for your Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, then we think the Anccer thin fit case is going to be an ideal candidate. At just $6 for the Pixel 6 and $8 for the Pro, you're getting a super thin plastic shell that will protect the contours of your phone without breaking the bank. At well under 1mm thick, you don't get masses of protection, and the cutouts for the button and port access are pretty large, so a drop there may cause some damage. But if you simply just want to protect against superficial damage without adding too much bulk, then we think there are a few better cases for the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, and on top of that, there are a multitude of colours for you to choose from. So there are some of our personal favourite cases of the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. Of course, we know this video is long overdue. We want to know though, what is your favourite case for the Pixel 6 series? Do you want slim protection or full coverage for all device intricacies? There are hundreds of options to choose from, so it's going to be impossible for us to have listed out or at least tested every option out there, every eventuality. But if there are some good options, we'd love to know them. Let us know down in the comment sections below what your favourite or go-to cases for your smartphone, be that Pixel 6 or otherwise. But after all, this is Damien with 9to5Google saying thanks for watching, and I will speak to you later.